Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts, bringing you another reading. So we will be taking a look at the current energy for you and your person, and ultimately what's influencing the journey or experience that you might be having right now when it comes to them. All right, guys, so I'll tap into that energy. It is general as always, so please do keep that in mind throughout this reading and only take the parts of it that truly make sense for you and your situation and release what doesn't. All right, guys, so let's get into some insight for you. Hi there, Capricorn. All right, current energies for your connection here. What do you need to know? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What is the opening message? Taking a look at the current energy. Okay, so we have self-love as the very first card. Practicing self-love and self-care will attract more loving people and healthy relationships into your life. Find peace and balance within. Accept the past and all that is with grace. Accept yourself at all levels. This may pertain to an awakening of love for self. This might be something that you have needed to focus on, but maybe you haven't. And it's just clearly indicated here that it's time to give back to yourself, to make your own peace and balance a focus here. And how it's affecting your love life might be that either there's an imbalance or you and your person are just not seeing eye to eye. There are some challenges there that has to be addressed if that's something that you relate to, but a lot of it stems from where you're at personally. Okay, take that if it makes sense. Third-party involvements, third-party situation. It does say other people may be interfering with this relationship or connection. You could be dealing with some miscommunication or misunderstandings. Family or friends may be affecting a situation or decision. This may be unintentional and unconscious. So not only is it affecting you personally, but it could also obviously be affecting a romantic partnership. All right, let me grab one more. So this is currently what's coming through. Okay, so new love. This is a new passionate beginning with a soulmate, divine partner, or twin flame. A new relationship or connection is manifesting. There may be a relationship going to the next level or a reigniting of passion. This could be a friendship turning into love. So what I'm getting for you initially, Capricorn, is that you have to start with yourself. Especially if you feel that you're just not ready for either a new relationship or to take a partnership into the next level that it should go. All right, so there could be some delays or blocks that are preventing that at this point in time. Let's go ahead and grab additional cards, focusing on what is influencing the journey or experience that you're having with this individual that you're thinking about for this reading. For Capricorn. Okay, so this says, I love you more than my mouth could ever express. My fireworks, or the fireworks in my heart. That's really interesting, considering I am recording this the day before July 4th. So this might even be giving you an indication of time. Maybe tomorrow. I'll try to post these tonight. Maybe July 4th has a significant meaning for your connection. That could be an anniversary. That could be the day you guys met, the day you broke up. I mean, so many various reasons for that significance. Okay, let's see. What else for Capricorn? But it is coming through to let you know that this person, they do love you. The stars, the moon, the entire galaxy is so small compared to my eternal and everlasting love for you. I love us forever. Okay, I mean, the love clearly is reflected here. But as you can see, you might have forgotten about yourself somewhere along the line. You know, maybe you feel like you've lost your sense of self or your identity in the relationship, if that is making sense for you. Let me grab one more. Because as much as you love someone, you have to love yourself just as much, if not more. What else for Capricorn? Okay, we have goosebumps. The thought of you touching me, so maybe that could be pertaining to the physical connection, the goosebumps that you feel when you're around a particular someone. Okay, so the only challenge that's obviously coming through has to do with other people that might be in the picture either right now, or this might have contributed to why you are not with somebody that you care for and love. Okay, so let's go ahead and set these guys aside. Let's clarify things with some tarot cards. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. I'll be pulling from the Doodle Tarot. All right, guys. Be sure to fill up your cup for yourself. Because if you're running empty, so to speak, you won't be able to extend yourself fully in the way that you need to, you know? So maybe it's one of those things where you got to focus on yourself, your healing, being able to love yourself. That's crucial in order to attract the type of relationship that would benefit your life, you know? All right, for Capricorn. So I love this, especially for my divine feminines. We've got the King of Cups. This is someone who's compassionate, very caring, devoted, very affectionate. Somebody who really has their heart open to what love represents. We do have the Devil card, which is so interesting whenever I do a reading, especially for Capricorn, and this comes through because the Devil card does represent Capricorn. So this could be something that you're dealing with at this point in time. If you feel that you're demonstrating some sort of addictive or obsessive behavior towards something or someone that needs to be addressed. If you also feel that you're not in the relationship that you want to be, possibly having to do with this, right? So something is creating a blockage, preventing you from manifesting a relationship or wherever it is that you want to go, where you need to be. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, so we've got the Two of Swords. It is in the reverse. This represents some sort of indecision or the fact that you might be putting in too much effort towards overanalyzing, overthinking. But this is about, you know, taking that blindfold off, so to speak, to be able to see what you're really dealing with, to be able to see the truth of the situation. There could also be some sort of inner turmoil that you're dealing with, which is why it's so important to give back to yourself at this time. So whatever is coming through here for you and you relate to it, Capricorn, there's something here that you need to address within yourself. Okay. In order to manifest what you really want. The Nine of Wands. Okay, so this represents that you could be feeling defensive. You've got your walls up. It could represent sickness and injury as well for some people. And it is a time to heal. It is a time to give back to you, and that keeps popping up in the messages. Look at this. So we've got the Death card. For some of you, you could be thinking of a Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart. So I feel this is a direct message from the universe really wanting you to see this, Capricorn, that what has ended was meant to end in order for you to create major changes in your life, because something is clearly not working. Something has to shift and change, and it's specifically for you to be able to do that work. You know, you can have a new chapter in your life, whether that's tied to your friendships, your connection with family, and of course your romantic partnerships and interests. All of those things can come for you, but there's something that you need to address within your own life, and I don't know what that is. It's something that's causing some issues and drama, and only you will know what that is. That needs to be released and dealt with and addressed. if you continue to ignore it and push it under the rug, it's just going to keep coming back until you are really able to face the music, so to speak. Okay. If you really are able to focus on that and to release past baggage, so to speak, or whatever is weighing heavily on you right now, look at the direction that you can go. We've got the sun here. So it's always difficult to go through our healing journey or to be able to really tackle some of the issues that we personally are dealing with. But if you put in 100% of the effort, I'm telling you, Capricorn, you won't regret it. You'll take a look back at that journey and realize how strong you actually were to overcome it, whatever it is, whether it's a love interest or some other thing that you're dealing with. You can be happy. You can be fulfilled in your life. But in order to get there, you've got something that you need to focus on. You can't ignore it anymore. Look at this. We've got the Emperor that is followed by the Tower. So yeah, it seems to be coming forward for a divine masculine. So if you are feminine tuning in and watching for your masculine who happens to be Capricorn, you could be cross-watching. I feel maybe you've been worried about them, or you feel like they're just in this toxic energy, something that they've needed to handle for a long time, but maybe they haven't. The Tower represents the fact that you guys more than likely are in separation, and the third party can involve other people, yes, but it can also involve a situation, something that's gotten in the way of two people being together, causing some issues. So there's a lot that's tied into this Tower energy here, a sudden, unexpected event that happened that really brought you down to your knees, and just life being super challenging. I feel we have a masculine here who will rise above all that, will fight to be able to get through it and to be able to do or take action in the way that they've wanted to come through for you, Divine Feminine. Okay. And then we do have the Ace of Pentacles. That is followed by the High Priestess. I really like the direction that this is going. So if you happen to be Divine Feminine watching for your masculine, whether they're Capricorn or not, if you're just relating to the message, I feel that if commitment was tested, if you feel like your person just wasn't giving their all, this is something that can change. This is something that will arise as a result of them doing the work, because they now recognize the error of their ways, some of the mistakes that they've made in the past. So I do feel that things will be a lot more stable in the future once they come towards you, and you'll notice the difference in their behavior and how they communicate themselves. The High Priestess, picking up off of my feminines and the intuitive nature that you have. Trust it. Trust your inner voice. Trust what you're feeling when it comes to this situation with your masculine. So it may take some time, but it could be sooner rather than later for some of you. But I feel the direction that this goes might actually surprise you guys. For some, I do feel that, because it's not going to result in a reunion for everyone, I feel for those of you who need to break it off and just keep that chapter of your life in the past, I'm also getting that for some of you, there is the possibility, once those lessons and all that work has been done and completed, the shadow work that needs to be addressed, there will be the possibility for a new chapter, a new relationship, a new beginning in your romantic life. All right, guys. So I hope that makes sense for some of you. If you are interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. I'll go ahead and link the decks down below as well. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you next time.